Hello, and welcome to yet another episode on my YouTube channel, Gladys Unscripted. And today we are going to talk about radio. Yeah, what an exciting topic to talk about. And I will be a little bit biased because I'll just focus on sort of like 3 radio stations in Kenya and probably 4. And let me tell you, from when I was a child, like the greatest or the largest form of communication all over the world, like in Kenya, or let's say the largest method of broadcasting was radio. And the radio stations have always played the biggest part in my life of growing up, of knowing things, from learning, gossip. It's just been like the largest form of communication that I ever knew, because it was easy to listen to. And then, unlike a newspaper, because back in the day we used to also like buy newspapers, but no one sort of buys newspapers anymore because information is so available in the form of short videos and in form of podcasts, such that you can just be walking and you're listening, or you could just click on social media. Let's talk about TikTok. TikTok is so convenient because you just click one video and you get the whole story. And in as much as we might have individuals that do long videos, guilty, I love doing long videos. Make sure you check that out, by the way. We also have people that will take these videos, summarize them, and come up with a shorter version, so it's convenient for people to just easily consume. So let's get right into it. So one of my, well, I wouldn't really say best, but I used to frequently listen to one famous radio station. Back in the day, it was called Easy FM. And I mean, like, the type of music that you listen to sort of says a lot about you. And I just used to like their R&B. Oh my God, I used to feel like I'm in heaven. That was my kind of music. That was just my genre. And then like the conversations they used to have, things like that. Yeah. And then like later on in life, well, I continued listening to them up until later on in life. I was so biased to an extent I wasn't listening to any other. But later on in life, as I grew older, and especially when I started working, now I could, when I boarded like public transportation, like the buses, matatus, and things like that, now there's this culture in Kenya where every car, every every driver sort of listens to Classic 105. And so I got to know Minor and Kingangi, and that's when I connected that Churchill was actually Kingangi, and that was so exciting. Now, in that process, I also got to know more about Kiss 100. Yes, I used to hear more about Kiss 100, but I never really used to like listen to it because I sort of like one path, like when it comes to like things I like, especially music, I sort of just listen to like one genre, focus on it for some time, and then I get bored, come to this other one, get to it and then like that's just how I expand like my knowledge about stuff, especially music. And so yeah, so I got to know more about Kiss 100, and I wasn't so big on the presenters because I was only consuming the content, and it was so exciting. And then later on in life, guess who comes into the scene? Oof, this guys, NRG radio. My very first time to listen to NRG radio, I actually thought they were saying energy, like energy, up until I saw their social media presence and it's NRG. So all along I had been like saying energy radio. And so what, like the wave, like how this guys got into the scene, it's like they cleaned everyone else, and it was amazing. I liked their vibe. And also I like to mention like at the radio stations like Homeboys Radio. Oof, those guys, their music, I die. And I think especially when who is it? This guy Kerry Martin. Oh my, that guy. Okay, I just recently said that I sort of don't have a crush, but I think I might have a crush on that guy, because he's so full of energy. He's just a ball of energy. I just, and then he works so hard, and who doesn't like a man that works hard? You're lying. Yeah. Now, oh, there's this guy. Let me not call him this guy because I know him and I've seen his work. I don't know him personally, but I know his character on radio and TV. He's called Oga Obina. Oh my God. Show me another man that works as hard as that guy. The guy hosts like a whole team, like a whole team of like 8 interviews in a day. And you want to tell me you're not attracted to such a person with such energy and hard work? I mean, and he's so committed to like raising his children. Well, I digress. Now, years later, energy comes into the scene and takes the whole scene, like the whole stage, gets my attention and everything. And they bring the youngest and most vibrant presenters, and how they did that was, and even like some years back they also did the same. For starters, they started off with the vibe of like it's like an upbeat town, like urban kind of vibe, and it was amazing because that's what I had been looking for all along. And when these guys came into the scene, I was like, come on, you guys. Yeah, I'm in love. Now, years later, of course, like we have presenters coming in and out, and years later they introduced these guys called the three-man army. That is Dante, Trevor, and is it Frank Monty? Oh my God, let me tell you, it's on a Monday. You just spent an entire weekend vibing, partying and everything, and then Monday gets you in your Monday blues. You're just bored and everything, and then after work you're just looking for something to watch and make your week better. Listen to these guys. They have a YouTube channel called the 97s Podcast, and let me tell you, these guys crack me up. I'm not even lying. This is not even at plugging them, no. And this is not even at your paid promotion, no. These guys crack you up, and their content is so relatable. The same thing with energy. Like I could easily relate with the kind of music, the vibe and everything. And then you can guess like the one strategy that I've noticed with this energy radio, and the CEOs and COOs must be those ones that actually identify talent and go with the flow. Why? Because every other 8-10 years we have a new generation of individuals that want like come and change the entire belief of what we know, or they just come with their own vibe, and it's crazy, you know. Now, these guys always have a way of selecting presenters that are relatable to the Kenyans. Not only Kenyans, they even went like to I feel like I think they expanded because they're now in Uganda, and let me tell you, they'll go places. Now, is there gatekeeping in the entertainment industry? Of course there is. I don't want to delve into how gatekeeping comes into play, but let me just take you back a little. I mentioned Oga Obina. His name is Steve Magana. Yeah. No. When Oga Obina left Kiss 100, he started doing like his own shows. Like, is it Energy or Kiss 100? Not sure of the two, but I think it's Kiss 100 where he was replaced by Combox. And so he started like doing his own stuff, like YouTube uploading. He just basically went all in on YouTube TV, on his YouTube TV. It's called Oga Obina TV Extra. He just went all in. He was doing content with Kamenegoro and the husband, DJ Bones. He also had like, oh please Oga Obina, bring that back. I really loved Kula Kula show, you know. And to some extent, back then when he started doing Kula Kula show, I was so slim. I'm this person that really struggles with like eating and stuff, and so I have to like stay on supplements, and I don't like that. And so just watching his stuff made me come up with like what is it called, like a daily menu of the things that I wanted to eat, like on a weekly basis. And let me tell you, I even gained some weight when I was watching this guy. That's just how much you changed my life, Ogobina. And let me tell you, I used to watch his Kula Kula show, and I was so motivated, one, to eat, and two, he just made my day. He just made me laugh because, you know, like he has this hilarious character where I don't know if it's a character or just basically him, but I tend to think it's just him in person because he's been doing like comedy, stand up and stuff like that, and he's just been making me laugh the entire time. Like, it doesn't matter the guest that he hosts. And you know, this guy is not even biased. He even hosted like a child called Osongo or Onsongo, I'm not quite sure about the spelling. Yeah, he hosted that young boy, and let me tell you, the interview went viral. I was among the very few people that watched it, and by a few I mean like 700 and something thousand subscribers. No subscribers, rather viewers. I watched that interview not once, but twice. Sometimes I'm just bored and I just keep on consuming his content. Why? And you will notice that is also one thing that you'll notice about my content. Once you start watching my stuff, you just want to like binge watch everything, and you just keep on repeating and repeating because my content is very relatable, and I just like how my audience is very loyal to me. And I hope we can get to a point where we have like a live recording and it's going to be fire, because I'm just a person with vibes. Like, I'm just a free spirited person. Yeah. And so during one of the interviews, so he was from hosting the Kula Kula show, where he basically, you just do like a trivia. It's like a trivia session, and then he asks a celebrity about their lifestyle. If anything is going on in their lives, they share, and then he plugs the artist, and maybe like the viewers, subscribers can go and check him out and stuff like that. If there's an event coming up, he plugs the artist. Like, this guy is one of those people in the industry I don't think gatekeeps. Yep. Now, so he was doing the Kula Kula show at a restaurant also, I think, and then after some time he shifted to doing something new. So he would go to people's houses, and let me tell you, so one day he goes to Kamenegoro and DJ Bones apartment. Let me take you back a little. Kamenegoro had been hosting I think it's the Kiss breakfast with this guy called Andrew Kibe. Oh, let me tell you, that guy, there's just something about Andrew Kibe that wants you to just watch him. And I know different people have different opinions about him. People hate on him because people tend to think that he has like different ideologies about women. I also don't agree with his ideologies about women. However, this guy talks facts, and he is the only person that is there to talk, that doesn't talk smack about the boy child. Of course, he talks smack about women, but it's just basic truth based on his experience. However, his ideologies about saying women are to be treated like a child or things like that, women reason like children, nah, that I just don't subscribe to that. However, this guy is very knowledgeable, and his truth is based on his experience. Now, one time he said that he just said something negative about Kamenigoro and his experience while hosting a breakfast show, and that took the internet to talking about Kamenigoro. And she came back saying something about how the experience of hosting a show with him wasn't all roses. Yeah, go check that out, Google that, and you will see what she said. And so on this specific day, Ogalbina goes to Kaminigoro and DJ Bone's house for, let's cook. And I think it made headlines because I guess that's where Kaminigoro washed omena with soap. And I mean, I understand that, babe. I do understand her. Like, I also wash so much stuff that I eat with soap. Yeah, it's just that I haven't washed omena with soap, but I might as well try it. And I understand the babe. The babe is just like a clean freak, I understand her. A hygiene freak, rather. I do understand her. And so, yeah. So in one of I think they had just been recently then married and moved in together, and they were happy with the husband, DJ Bones. And Ogalbina was asking her about radio. I think she had just also like recently quit radio, and I guess she wanted to like focus on her marriage. And Ogalbina asked her something about radio, and if I'm not wrong, please note that this video is for entertainment purposes. I have no lawyer. I have no money to pay for a lawyer. Please, please, please. Yeah. So I think if I'm not wrong, and these are not her exact words, there was an insinuation that radio is dead. Yep. Now, the conversation went on. However, Energy Radio, they were they had the most robust team, vibrant team, from King Kalala. Oh my god, long live the clan. From Natalie Gizenji, I love that babe, and shout out to her for being the greatest. And endometriosis, like going through that every single month, and Energy was so graceful to her to even like allow her to stay at home, because it's a situation that you cannot really change. And shout out to that babe and the 3-man army. Oh my god, these guys will make you laugh like for an entire decade. Like, these guys have jokes for days. And so, early this year, Energy was doing like was it this year or last year, and it ran for a while. They were doing like an interview, and they said that they will pick randomly individuals whose video was the best. And so they asked the contestants to like do a video on their phone and then post it on their socials, saying why they're the best fit candidate for the role of a presenter on Energy. And guess what? People posted so much stuff, and I mean, I loved these young ladies, like what they did, and these young men, videos going viral. And I mean, like, I could scroll on Twitter and see high energy, and then like I guess they were supposed to like sort of hashtag or tag them, and it just went crazy. And I mean, like, that is a marketing strategy, because now every other person that has like a chance to like create a video and then post it on their socials has followers, and these followers will definitely go follow Energy, or maybe get them to get known, or maybe listen to them. And I mean, like, it was a perfect social media strategy for marketing, and I really applaud that for their social presence. Big up to that person who came up with the idea. Now, after some time, well, everybody sort of expected like a specific person to be selected to be like the host, to like take up the role of the host. However, it went south, because whoever was selected seemed to be based off of the numbers that they had on their socials, which makes so much sense, because Energy is after the numbers, and it's these numbers that bring in the chums. And I could be wrong, but I just feel like you could be good at something, but if your social media presence is not that great, if you have like 1,000 followers, why would I select you while there's someone else who is better, or even like not as good as you but has like 100,000 followers? Why would I select you? Like, you're not doing so much on your socials, so you're not more likely to push the brand. I could be wrong, but we are in the era of social media, and so how much influence you have is very important to a radio station or any other business out there. Yep. And so these guys were picked, and then there was some controversy stories about, at sijui tususu tunaguzana and stuff like that, for people to be selected, not only on the specific radio station, but it was just like gossip all over the place. And there was an insinuation that the selection was not fair, because who people expected to be picked were not picked. And it was just crazy, just mixed reactions on social media, and it went on for days. Why, do you ask? Is this good? Yeah, it's relevance for the radio station and every person that actually went all in to sort of submit their interview. And so what happened? Some time, like some weeks later or some months later, we see people quitting radio, and all of a sudden Kamene Goro comes back to radio with I think it was a managerial position, if not a director, I don't know, or maybe he has some shares, I'm not quite sure. And then all of a sudden, these young influencers also start quitting their jobs one by one. Now, I'm not sure if it's quitting or maybe they were laid off, but let's just use the word left. So these influencers, like these presenters, left the radio station. Why, do you ask? I have no idea, but let me just say, in the videos that I used to see King Kalala, like especially doing like these quick fire questions with Kamene Goro, and even like traveling and stuff like that, just King Kalala seemed to be uncomfortable, and sort of in every response she was giving, it's like she was trying to kiss us. And I just felt like she wasn't being herself, and I knew something was off. And then the Three Men Army, in their episodes, there was even a time that I even like asked in one of the episodes, are you guys okay? Because like your energy is not the same anymore, And I watch these guys because they make me laugh, they make me enjoy my Monday in as much as it could be shit. I love Mondays for fact, but I watch them because I need my week to be better, and I look up to them every other day. And I even like asked a question in one of the episodes they had posted, are you guys okay? Like, are you like, because I noticed like a shift in the mood. And then in those, if you watch the Three Men Army podcast, like the episodes, this guy called Dante kept on saying how he has brought that up severally, where he says that, people, like there are people who are more qualified for the job, but anyway, someone will go and spread their legs and get the position, like that's unfair. And I was like, what are you trying to say? And so when I watched the Oga Obina video, and then I saw this babe come back to radio, I was like, okay, like, and then people are leaving. I was like, hi, what? And then like later on, like how you could have a friend who like talks smack about you, talks shit about you, and then like a week later they come back to you as a friend. I was like, okay, is this the weapon formed against this one? Is this babe the weapon formed against this place? And I mean, like, I could be wrong, but okay, 1 + 1 is not 3, it's 2. But anyway, I don't know so much about radio, but that's just my input. And you know what? I feel like the wave at which things are taking place, and I mean, like, this could mean something for Kiss 100. Because like we have Kwambox and we have Kerry. Kerry is a fire presenter, man. And Kwambox, oh my god, Kwambox has history in the entertainment industry, and she's going to take this to another level. And you know what? The number, like when they pull like the numbers, Kiss 100 just might be the #1 most listened to. They are capable of pulling the numbers, but again, I don't know so much about radio. So all I could say is, yes, we do have people who are very much experienced in like the entertainment industry, and especially in radio, but it's just best to like incorporate the young people with like the young ideas and know what is happening on the ground, on socials, people who are relatable, And so when you incorporate the two and maybe sort of walk them through the path of being professional and what has made you guys be viable for the longest time, you could just be making back out of everything. Yeah. So that's just my 2 cents. Do let me know what you think about this episode. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing, because here, this is your favorite channel where creativity has no limits. Why, you ask? Because in my opinion, I just think life is too exciting to just walk in one lane. I have been your host, GladysNyambura, and this is Gladys Unscripted. Bye.